Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making French onion meatloaf. Alright, I'm starting out a skillet I have preheating. I'm going to add in some olive oil. Enough to coat the bottom of the pan. That's the last of that bottle. Now I have 2 red onions and 2 yellow onions. The reason I'm using red onions is because I have to use them up. If you get away with all yellow onions, you don't have to use red. I'm going to get them in a pan here, and I'm going to start to soften these up and caramelize them. Alright, now that my onions are starting to soften up and caramelize, I'm going to add a little bit of beef broth. Probably about a half a cup or so. And I'm going to allow them saute in that beef broth. That's going to season them, help soften them up and caramelize them quicker and give them good flavor. Alright, now that my onions are done and I set them aside to cool, in a 9x13 baking pan I have roughly 3.5 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to crack in an egg. And we're making 2 meatloafs. If you make less, use less ground beef. I'm going to add in about 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, because that's going to give it a good French onion flavor. I'm using some of my Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. This also has onion powder, and if you don't have this, a little salt and pepper, onion and garlic powder will work fine. I'm going to put in a healthy tablespoon, because we want this well seasoned. I'm also going to add a little more salt, because there's not a lot of salt in that. We want this well seasoned. About a half a teaspoon of salt. And I have some panko breadcrumb here. You can use panko breadcrumb plain or just plain breadcrumb. I'm going to put in about a cup, and that finishes off this container. And I'm mixing them in this pan that I'm going to bake them in, because cut down on dishes. Get this all mixed up. Alright, now that I have my ground beef all mixed up, I'm going to divide it into 2 meatloafs. And I'm going to form them. Just want to squeeze them tight into the form of your meatloaf. Okay. I'm going to create a little pocket in the middle of each meatloaf, because we're going to stuff these guys. Alright, now I have some shredded Swiss cheese here. I shredded this up a little bit ago. I'm going to put some in each meatloaf. I'm going to grab a fork because those onions are still kind of hot. And these are about half of my onions. I'm reserving the rest for on top of the meatloaf when they're done baking. I'm going to go ahead and get that onion down in there. And if a little bit goes out into your pan, that's fine. No big deal. Alright. A little more cheese. I'm reserving some cheese for on top as well. I'm going to take these here and try to close them up the best I can. And if they're not perfect, they're going to be topped at the end, so you won't notice them being open a little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these in a 400-degree oven. They're going to cook for a total of 45 minutes, but after 20 minutes, I'm going to take them out and drain some of the grease off, because this isn't lean ground beef and it's going to put off some grease into the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven, and when I bring them out, when they're done, I'll bring it back. Alright, now that my 45 minutes are up, and these are pretty much done, I pulled them out. I'm going to put some more onion on each one. It's a nice, generous portion of onion. Alright, and guys, these are really smelling delicious. And I'm going to take some more shredded Swiss cheese, and I'm going to load up the tops. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this under the broiler set on high for probably about 5 minutes or so, till this cheese gets nice and bubbly and golden brown, and our onions that we put on warm back up. Alright, these run to the broiler for about 5 minutes. You see the cheese is nice and melted, golden brown. I left them rest for about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. I also went ahead and made some red skin mashed potatoes and gravy to go with this and some peas. Get in and try this meatloaf, guys. I'm going to try to get in here where the goodies are. I'll get a piece off the top because that is cheese and onion. Meatloaf is moist, well seasoned. Those onions, who doesn't like fried onions? They're delicious. The creamy cheese. Guys, that was really easy, really delicious. French onion meatloaf. Thanks for watching and supporting me. Remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.